Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming on the show. All right, but before we come to the two barristers in
hold the woman and children talking about the same thing, then you know there's a need to really look into that matter and see reason in what they were saying. I think if you look at Nigeria initially from the point of amalgamation, there are traditions of various traditions together. You are not consulting them. They were not consulted before they bring them together. In Yoruba land, they say, they were not consulted, and this is the fallout of what we are seeing. And if you see the protagonists of those agitators or those who are clamoring for restructuring, it's like a lot of people are confused. There are 4 different sets of people who are clamoring for restructuring. The first set of people are those who think they are being marginalized. We see them doing the Nadeko, doing the Pronaco, doing Oanaze, all of them. When they are being marginalized, they felt, look, we are not getting what we are supposed to get. They call for restructuring. We don't want to be part of this country again. We want to have our own life the way we wanted it. This is another set of people. And if you look at what really led to it, it's all about bad leadership. It's all about corruption. It's all about leadership that are not focused. It's all about fairness, justice, and equity that has gone. Second set of people are very unique because they are calling for cessation. We don't want to belong again. And they have a right to say, look, this is what we want. They have a right for the referendum. Scotland went for a referendum and they lost. Catalonia went for a referendum and, of course, they lost. It shows the people, not all the people really wanted it. If they are calling for a referendum, do we want to live in unity in our diversity? How do we want to go about it? Okay, what is our common interest that we can put together to make sure our life is better? The third group of people are those people who think that restructuring is all about empowering the frustrating states. They are talking about probably fiscal, economic, and every other thing that belongs onto them. They are talking about serious empowerment of these states. If you look at the group of people that are clamoring for this, they have their reasons. They have their reasons for clamoring for it. And the next group of people who I would say are those people really clamoring for restructuring in relation to the 2014 in it. Some of the content is increasing the states from 36 to 54, 18 more states. Some of the content is empowering the states and the federating states so that they weaken the center. Some of these things will now say we have more governors, more special assistants, more deputy governors, more legislators. The word restructuring is confusing, except Nigeria now comes together and say, okay, which way are we going? What can we do? Can we live together in the true sense of it? Are we born to live together? Or is our living together a mistake? What can we do to make sure we put things right? Is cessation the right thing? If somebody wants to go, to come and take care of us and rule us if we are not going to follow the law. So many things are happening. And except Nigerians sit down. And let me tell you something. It's an elitist conspiracy that we see this 2014 confab. Let us go on the confab. Let us do this. It's an elitist conspiracy. It is not government for so many years and impoverish the people. Despite the 30% derivation, so much money going to the southeast and they are doing nothing. And people still live abject poverty. So the restructuring we are talking about is holistic. And it has to be done so that our life will be transformed. Our youth will have a future. Youth doesn't have a future. Leaders have already looted them. I subscribe to what the barrister said the other time. The looter and the looted. That is what we have in this country. Except that changes. Except we have distribution of wealth equally within the people. Except we see people having a living wage and not salaries that are not even paid. You want to refine all in Ondo, you want to take refinery to Katsina, and you are saying there should be no restructuring. Things must be done. We must sit down again to see what can we do to make sure Nigeria begin to work up.